Hello and welcome to the Rogers Blue Suede News Ram Comedy Festival special. We're reviewing the good, the bad and the utterly stupid of probably the last month since the last show. And it's great to be back. I'm going to bring on my guests straight away. So we have Katie Brown.
Hello.
We have Alex Leam.
Hello.
And we have Dan Denzel Lythe.
Chuck. Oh.
Good evening to you all. I'm going to ask each of you to introduce yourselves. So we'll go to Katie first.
Hello, I'm Katie, and I'm a stand-up comedian and burlesque host. And I do this quite a lot because we have nothing else to do, and Roger has let me come along.
Nice of you to join us. Dan, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, please. My name's Dan Lythe. You can catch me at Dan Lythe Comedian, where I pretend to be a funny person. And this is my first time on this, so thanks for having me, Roger. Appreciate it.
Nice of you to join us. And let's go to the Greg Phillips Sock Puppet Theatre.
Hello. I'm Alex Leam, and this is my sock puppet, Greg. Hello, Greg. Are you up? Oh,
So I've got a video just for you.
Not a pheasant plucker, he's a twat.
So, anyway, nice of you to join us, Alex.
he can throw his voice honest. Sorry, I missed that. Looking at your phone, weren't you?
So let's see if you're watching the show, please comment along. We are live and we are interactive. We've got Lord Sparkles watching on YouTube. Hi, Lord Sparkles. Nice of you to join us.
I don't think that's his real name.
And we've got George Coppen joining us. So saying it's great to see the show back on. Have a great one, guys. Thanks, George.
Yeah.
Nice of you to join us.
He's the tall one. Yeah.
I would like to say a greeting to all our viewers. This, of course, is the Ram Comedy Festival special and the start of Series 2. So, and it's great to be back on the screens. And I'd like to say a special hello to the viewers who have already supported the show and my guests in the past using the Buy Me a Coffee link and by becoming members of the show. And there are links in the comments, and I will put them up occasionally on the screen where you can go to that link. And if you enjoy the show, why not treat us to a coffee? We all like a cup of coffee, don't we? So if you treat us to a coffee, I will distribute it evenly amongst our guests.
Even me?
Even you. So, and it's lovely when people give you a contribution to your show, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah. How much did you give yours? 6p. 6p. You can beat 6p, can't you?
Yeah, I'm sure people can beat 6p. So, do you know what? I haven't done this in 4 weeks. I ain't got a clue what button to press or what I'm doing. I just nearly queued in the wrong video.
Business as usual.
Business as usual. Shall we see if we can get the correct video?
What are they up to now?
This is the What Are They Up To Now round. I mean, what you've got to realise is that one of the big stories this week was about the government. So let's have a look at what they're up to now. So, oh, look, it's Dominic Cummings. Well, what's he doing? Is he beating up all those nasty government ministers? Oh, it's a story about Boris. And, oh, his girlfriend seems to be on the screen for the first time as well. Boris is nicely in the fridge. Does anyone know what Dominic Cummings said about Boris Johnson this week?
Not fit for office.
That is very salty.
So, yeah, of course, Dominic Cummings is Boris Johnson's former top aide, and he described Boris as unfit for the job, claiming he ignored scientific advice and wrongly delayed lockdowns.
I also said, it's not going to be any worse than swine flu. Relax.
Yeah, it's just a scare story.
Scare story. That's what I was about to say. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, he even offered to get the chief medical officer, Chris Lythe, to inject him live on TV.
What, with coronavirus?
Yeah, obviously his streaming service wasn't working that night, so nobody got to see it.
I'm glad we cleared that up, because for a second then I thought you meant heroin.
Yeah. Although, can I ask people on this show not to actually mention the virus by name? It is known as the disease that shall not be named.
And why is that, Roger?
It's so I don't get thrown in Facebook jail again.
House! I've got Facebook bingo. I've got Roger bingo going on here.
Facebook jail, Cummings.
We've got, Boris and a technical glitch. And then it all happened. So, what do I win?
You don't get any points, because points on this show mean sod all.
Oh, commit.
Who's the fuck-all?
Me.
Alex, you said on truth.
So,
Do
you know what?
Hello.
Alex has upset me already tonight, because his logo that he designed for his Ram Comedy Festival, which I'm sure he'll plug later on, is obscuring part of my head. So, anyway, apparently on one particular day in the White House, there was a emergency Cobra committee meeting to discuss the effects of the disease that shall not be named.
In the White House.
And the same time, there was a Cobra committee which had to be held because Donald Trump was wanting to bomb Iraq. And at the same time, just to add to more problems and more distractions in the White House, Boris Johnson's partner, Carrie Simmons, was going crackers about a completely trivial story in the Times regarding the dog she owns with Boris.
I thought you were going to say regarding the dog she ate. I was going to say I missed that completely. What was the story about the dog?
Boris has had another child with it.
Yeah. But when you got Donald Trump threatening to bomb people, and you've got a virus running rampant throughout the country, why let a story about a dog distract you in the White House? It sounds horrendous.
I don't know. Just looking at the picture of them both there, it looks like Boris Johnson ordered Princess Eugenie off of Wish.
To be fair, it looks like she ordered Mr. Tumble from Wish.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got some comments on this. So let's see. Apparently, George wants given a round of applause for Katie.
Thank you.
And Katie's excellent entrapment. Void that bingo square.
I think Katie should do all shows half cut. Savage.
And George says, is that Greg in the bottom right corner? No, it's Greg's sock.
I think he means the ram.
Oh. So, anyway, we've got more on this round, believe it or not. So, shall we go to the next one?
Let's.
Oh, it will help. Do you know what? I don't know where to press my screen.
It's like he's never been away.
Oh, there they go.
There they go.
Comings and goings.
Oh, he's back. Who's it going to be this time? Oh, it's never Rishi, is it?
Oh, fuck off.
Matt Hancock. Did you notice something there, Alex?
Yes, I did. Well fucking done. Well done. as I pointed out myself, my lookalike Matt Hancock, we have similar forehead, nose, and facial structure. I said I've got something else in common with him, as well as looking like him. I too should have been fired for at least 15 reasons in my last job. So Cummings was scathing, just basically saying everything that we already knew, that he was a incompetent tosspot.
Yeah.
I hope you feel worthy, by the way, because it's a pig of a job to put an extra photo into a complicated animation.
All
Good,
day,
it was worth it.
all day I've been
Anyway.
practicing my all day I've been practicing my impression of Dominic Cummings when he's talking about Boris Johnson and Hancock. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is.
God, it's like he was here with us.
I know. Okay, so what things has Dominic Cummings been saying about Matt Hancock?
It's
Is
so
he
far up
salty?
Boris's arse. It's probably so.
He's,
It's so far up Boris's arse that Boris refused to fire him. I know that much.
so he said on 15 to 20 different things he should have been fired, accusing him of criminal, disgraceful behaviour that caused serious harm. He alleged that he told the Prime Minister that people being released from hospital into the care homes were going to be tested, and they weren't. So it's he said categorically in March that people would be tested before they went back to care homes, and they just didn't do it.
Did you
So,
know that there is a Matt Hancock app?
No.
No, I'm not. I'm not joking. That's the Apple App Store. Hang on.
Did it cost 38 billion?
No, it's free. That is the official Matt Hancock MP app, which that made the news before he became a government minister. So he decided an app would be a great way to communicate with his constituents, and its average score is 3 stars out of 5 out of 197 reviews.
That's quite not bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's quite average.
So let's have a look at some of the efforts. 5 stars, worth the effort. 3 years ago from the gruesome twosome. Due to low storage, had to delete my Facebook app, Twitter app, photo apps, camera, and phone to make room for this. Worth it. It's the only app I'll ever need from now on. From hearing about what Matt Hancock thinks about the OAP utility bill allowance crisis, to hearing about what Matt Hancock thinks about the OAP free bus fare allowance. This really does satisfy my need for constant global information as a millennial in the digital information age. Delete your phone. Get this app instead. You won't regret it. Genuine first review.
Delete your phone?
Yes, delete your phone.
Yeah.
Just downloaded it.
Walk around with Matt Hancock.
Do you think that if Matt Hancock had been the transport minister, Dominic Cummings would still want to throw him underneath the bus?
Well, it'd probably miss.
So, anyway, shall we see what's on our next story?
Oh, yay.
So,
Let's do it.
here he comes. Who's it going to be this time? Oh, he always leaves Rishi alone, doesn't he? Oh, it's Rishi. Oh, look at that on his stick. It's just like the relationship between Greg and Alex.
Is he going to hit him with his love stick?
Well,
So,
I mean that's tentative. Now he's making me go to Nottingham to get a lift into a gig. So I don't know about anyone else, but satire's gone out of the window. I'm just mesmerised by that rotating heart.
Beautiful.
Spin.
it's definitely
Spin.
beautiful.
Spin.
Yeah, Dominic Cummings was asked about claims that Chancellor Rishi Sunak threatened to quit if second lockdown was imposed. He says the claim is untrue and Mr. Sunak was desperate for a plan. So he was asked during the committee whether he was seeking a job with Mr. Sunak in the future, because, of course, Mr. Sunak is tipped as the next Prime Minister. And Mr. Cummings said, I think everyone would agree, the less people hear of me in the future, the better. Do you know what? I think he said something true there. And I know, if the Scottish falsetto socks were on tonight, they'd probably say something like this.
Not a pheasant plucker, he's a twat.
And that's my...
It really is.
Yeah.
We've all threatened to quit a job in the heat of the moment, and that's not been taken as it. The amount of times I've threatened to quit my job in the last week alone, and although I've never fucked the country, so I mean,
but it's a cabinet post. It's not like he's going to quit his job and then going, how am I going to pay my rent? He'll still get his MP salary, and even when they get voted out, they still get a pension at 20 grand a year. So
yeah,
it's hard to feel sorry for any of the fuckers, and it's also very hard to kind of get any sympathy worked up for any of them.
Lord Sparkles has a question. Did Dan just install the Matt Hancock app?
I did, and then it asked me to sign up and give some information, so I instantly deleted it.
If you go,
Lord Sparkles says App Hancock. I actually think it's more App Wangcock.
If you go and have a look at that really wasn't worth. But no, that did not deserve a rim shot. In fact, you should go and stand in the corner and think about what you just said.
Right, this isn't Alex's show. And I could actually kick him off the screen. Oh, he's writing now. Hang on.
He's got his crayons out.
Right.
Oh no, the pressure's on me and Katie to perform now.
I don't know about pressure. I think we're doing all right. Dan Denzold alive.
So, shall we have another round? Do you know what?
Oh, please.
It's fun being back on this show, isn't it?
Faking it.
In this round, I will present a news story to each panelist, and I'll be asking them whether it is fake news or factual news. So what you need to do is, once I've given you a story, you need to decide whether it's fake or fact. Who shall we go to first? Oh, I think we'll go to Daniel Lythe, seeing it's his first time on the show.
I'll go first, no problem.
Belgian farmer causes international dispute by moving French border. A Belgian farmer, annoyed by a stone in his tractor's path, had moved it inside French territory.
So it's a 50-50 thing. I mean, it doesn't literally move the border, and I can imagine some governments getting pissed off at something as trivial as that. So I'm going to say, because of the importance of that stone and how old it is, being 1810, true.
So you're saying fact.
Fact.
Let's see whether you're right. It was a fact. Well done.
Well,
A local history enthusiast was walking in the forest when he noticed the stone marking the boundary between the two countries had moved 2.29 meters or 7.5 feet. Did he have a tape measure with him?
How do you know that? If I
Who
walk
carries
by
a tape
somewhere
measure when you're walking in the forest?
and just happen to see a rock, you go, "Oh, that's a rock." You don't go, "Oh, that rock was in there yesterday."
And it wasn't a rock. It was a rock
know.
lobster.
apparently, the mayor of the town in where this happened said, "I was happy my town was bigger." The Belgian mayor added, and he added with a laugh. But the mayor of Busigny-sur-Roc, which I assume is the French town, didn't agree. Apparently, the authorities are writing to the farmer to ask him to put the stone back in the correct place.
Yeah, they're too lazy to do it themselves. Mate, what you could do is just create a 7-foot stone and really piss him off.
Okay, let's go with the next one. And I think I'm going to do this one for you, Katie.
Oh, goody.
Dead drummer behind drum kit at own funeral. In Toronto, Canada, an unusual funeral was held where the body of a drummer who had died was displayed behind his drum kit at his funeral to celebrate his love of music.
They do that shit, don't they? That's a thing. Like, you can have people posed, I'm sure. I've seen it probably on Top Gear or something like that.
Top Gear? I must have missed that episode. Did they have that planned in case Richard Hammond didn't pull through?
You know what?
They just have him displayed on the show for the rest of the series.
I might be thinking of an Idiot Abroad or something like that. I'm sure they do something like that.
Because they're so similar TV shows.
Well,
I'm just looking at that. It's just reminded me of that time Ringo Starr advertised sketches.
It's like when he told them to stop writing to him because he would not be writing any more fan mail.
I am warning you with peace and love.
Yeah. I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Yeah.
Right. Just before you do that, we do have a from George. Did the drummer do an encore?
Slick as fuck.
You know,
Well, if there's anything that's ever deserved a rim shot, it's that.
I'm not going to give George a rim shot.
I meant the picture, but
oh yeah. The picture needs it.
So
can't do himself, can he?
no.
Or can he?
Oh, the
we don't
picture.
know if it's true yet.
Oh, Okay. Let's give it a rim shot.
Like he's
now.
still with us.
Right. So, Katie, what were you saying?
I said true.
You're saying true. You're saying a fact. Right. Shall we find out whether you're correct? Damn it.
Fuck off.
What's interesting is there isn't Roger's immense Photoshop skills used so far on this. That's normally a good indicator if it's true or false.
I thought that
that's throwing.
I thought that had been photoshopped.
No,
that's the actual picture.
So that's a dead guy. Oh, don't show me dead
guy.
people. Oh, no way, man.
Still a better drummer than Ringo.
You know what? I don't watch any films with dead people in because it freaks me the fuck out. And now there's like an actual dead man on my screen.
Yeah, I mean, you switch the news on and you see dead people.
No, I don't.
Right, this one's for Alex. Man buries engagement ring in forest, surprises girlfriend, then forgets where he buried it. Mike Rutland buried the £600 ring in Wentworth Forest, hoping to surprise his girlfriend, Kelly Davis, who shares his love of metal detecting, but then forgot where he buried it. He has now come clean to his girlfriend, and they have together spent 10 days trying to detect the ring.
Right. Okay. Where do we begin? Firstly, I don't think that's actually them. Because my image of people who are into metal detecting have never kissed a member of the opposite sex. I I dabbled in it once.
That's your
and
experience.
that's only because I live.
And he's never kissed a member of the opposite sex since.
Just Greg.
Could have been with the experience that I had. Maplin's was still open, and I lived in Bournemouth, so I thought, aha, metal detecting, Bournemouth beachfront. 15 quid on this metal detector. I might as well have just been going with a rope. The amount of abuse I got from passers-by was going, found anything yet? No. 5 seconds later, found anything yet? No, just leave me alone. So it's the most lonely, depressing experience of my life. So I want to say false.
You're going to say false, are you?
Yeah.
Well,
So
Lord Sparkle's
much
just remembered something. So remember that Alex
Honestly.
cheats on this.
You cheat 4 or 5 dozen times, and that's all people go on about.
And George Coppen wants to know if I'm actually proposing to Alex, giving him a story with a ring in it. No, Greg's asked me to do this story for him. So, Alex, you're saying it's true, are you?
False.
False. It's fake.
Fake.
Fake. Let's see whether you're right or not. Up.
Wow,
Well,
that was
that's been a
impressive amount of
shocker.
detail you've put in that, Roger. I am seriously impressed because you had
Right,
names, you had locations, and you like his name was written, and I was all excited because that's where that's where I'm from, and that's an exciting name that is. And she had a name and a last name and a location and details. I'm well impressed. You've really pulled it out of the bag there because I genuinely thought that one was true.
She's going to give you a gold star in a minute.
Do you know what? I nearly gave you that one. I nearly gave Alex the dead drummer one.
But you'd already showed me the dead drummer one when you first discovered it.
That's why I must have had that little alarm bell in my head saying, "Don't
Yeah.
show Alex that one." So, well, mate, you weren't on this show then, were you?
Oh, that's true. That would have been awkward.
Yeah, that would have been
If
awkward.
you'd accidentally given me all the right answers with me filling in the last minute.
So, well, that was a shocker. I'm not going to give any of my guests any points, though, because points on this show mean sod all. So, shall we move on to the next round? I've got to say, there is a mistake in this round before I start.
It's ready to go. It's ready to go for next time.
Okay. It's a shame I can't unmute Alex while this is playing because he could shout out when the mistake happens. But I'll run the titles and then see if you can all spot them.
Rat of the week.
Of the week. Month.
It's a month.
Alex, is that you doing the donkey voice? I know it's not, but I know you love it when people ask you.
That must have
Alex
happened
with
on
the donkey.
90%. Can you just do that again? So, because I know Roger's going to clip that now and use that on that jingle going forward.
Yeah.
Right, hang on. Let's live do the new jingle now. I'll say Prat of the month, and you make the noises. So everyone, we're going for a take.
Prat of the month.
Wow,
That's donkeys in Congress, that is.
You're like the Everly Brothers of donkeys. You harmonise beautifully.
Harmonising. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
all right,
the noise.
George. I've just seen
It's
his
the
comment.
noise that Alex makes when he gets a gig.
Yeah, all right. Not all of us can get rebooked. Favourite of the night.
Just have to be
So-
everyone's favourite. That's all.
Anyway, this is the round where each of my guests have nominated a Prat of the month, not a Prat of the week. I haven't changed any of my titles on this. It's Prat of the month. I just couldn't be asked to change titles, to be honest with you, but I do need to change them because we're going on to a monthly show from now on. Shall we see whose is the first Pratt?
Sorry. George, who's watching, has managed to clip Katie and Dan going E-R, E-R, E-R. He's now sharing it on groups. Including the chat that we're on now. So in case you're just wondering, so it's
That is some very horny donkeys.
I think you've turned George on.
that's George's new message alert tone.
Okay, so this first Pratt of the week, or Pratt of the month, is McDonald's, as nominated by Dan. Dan, your 45 seconds starts now.
Okay, so you might think that the vegans were being the Pratts by alienating the teenagers that they're trying to impress with their veganism. By blocking off the distribution centres for McDonald's, they've not managed to get any food to McDonald's. And for me, the biggest Pratts are the McDonald's themselves, because rather than closing for a day and not being greedy, people have turned up to their drive-through windows and ordered a Big Mac, and McDonald's has said no. So all of these people are now angry at McDonald's staff instead of being angry at vegans. So they've just made a complete prat of themselves. 45 seconds, bang on.
That's why you get rebooked so quickly.
Yeah. Do I get extra points that don't matter?
No, you don't get any points on this show, because points on this show mean Sodor.
But it's sort of a given to be angry at vegans. They sort of bring it out on you.
I get on quite well with vegans because I've got quite a lot in common with jackfruit. I look nice, but I'm absolutely tasteless.
I've never even heard of a jackfruit, so that's quite a vegan-based joke, isn't it?
It is. It's a fruit that once cooked and sort of ripped apart, it looks like pulled pork, but it tastes like fresh air. So it's nice when you put barbecue sauce on it, yeah, because then it tastes of barbecue sauce. I might as well eat.
Vegans,
yeah,
will make a meringue out of chickpea juice. Dirty bastards! Fucking chickpea juice. I saw that episode of Bake Off and it was nearly making me sick. Now, I'm no stranger to food. There is very little that does not pass these lips. But you put a lemon meringue pie in front of me that's been made with fucking chickpea juice and you're wearing it.
All right, Gokwan.
Why Gokwan?
Fashion tips.
I thought it was food.
Do you know, actually, I've got some trivia on Gokwan. Do you know an anagram of his name is Go Wank?
Yes.
He does now.
So, Lord Sparkle says, I like fresh jackfruit. Tastes to me like a cross between peaches and leeches.
Lychees.
Lychees.
Yeah, but lychees doesn't rhyme with peaches.
That's no worse than the time I genuinely thought it was pronounced quinoa.
So, anyway,
my son works for McDonald's. Quickly, my son works for McDonald's, and the first two things they ran out of are the apple pies and fries, which are the two vegan options they had.
Yeah. Judge Coppen has put Alex is a donkey.
I was not doing the donkey stuff. You've been bootlegging a donkey video of these two, George.
we know. So
it would be really bad. It'd be really bad, George, if you now did a 4-hour loop of them two doing the donkey noise.
Yeah.
Just not putting ideas in your head or anything.
Let's see who our next Pratt of the Week nomination is. This is Margaret and Donald Lincoln. as nominated by Katie Brown. Your 45 seconds starts now.
Look how fucking happy they are. Right, so these two geniuses sent their daughter a message saying, "Can you get us some more of that delicious pate? We've run out." And she went, "I didn't get you no pate." And they went, "Yeah, you did. It was really nice. Got a picture of a cat on the tin." "Oh, yes, they've been eating cat food." They have, and not only them, but their other daughter as well, all sat down to a nice tin of cat food, ate it, said it was delicious, asked the daughter to buy him some more. The women thought it was hilarious. He was not impressed. He was so pissed off that he'd eaten cat food. And the cat was well miffed.
Cat
it's
was
a
well
long
miffed.
time.
Yeah, he'd been on foie gras for a month, that cat.
Fucking hell, it's got a cat on it.
So, this is the story of Margaret and Donald Lincoln, who'd been bought cat food by their daughter, Angela Holloway. I'm surprised social services didn't go round with their daughter feeding them cat food. So, it didn't have any catastrophic effects.
Oh, dear me.
And they did say the pate was perfect. So, but they could have tried the other brand, which was Whiskers.
It was in French. They live in France and they don't speak French. And because of COVID, they're having trouble to get food. So their daughter's doing all the ordering for them. But you would think that even with a pic like in French, I would know that that is a tin of cat food. It's got a fucking cat on the front of it. No other food has a picture. Just fucking.
They've probably got that really cliched view of the French of going, well, they eat horse. This is probably cat pate.
Human food, it tends to have a picture of the thing that you're eating on it, which is why I don't eat baby food.
Right, let's have a look at Alex's nomination. This is Carl Stewart. And this is his hand holding a lump of cheese.
No, that's not Greg. That's Greg before rehab.
So anyway, your 45 seconds starts now.
Carl Stewart has been jailed for 13 years after his fingerprints were analysed from that block of cheese. So Carl, he shared this picture of M.N.S. Stilton, but he mistakenly showed his fingers and palms. He thought he was safe because he was using this encrypted chat thing that a lot of criminals use, but the police hijacked it, managed to analyse his prints from that photo, and then they convicted him off of the back of that picture. I mean, it's Stilton. It's not worth going to jail for 13 years for.
Is that it?
You need more?
So, this is a man convicted from showing a picture of him holding a block of cheese. So, from in his palm. I mean, you think he used Parmesan instead of Stilton.
Oh, so, fucking hell, Roger.
The police said he was caught red Leicester-handed.
Dan, don't encourage him. For fuck's sake.
I've got to use hand sanitizer now. I feel like grubby.
Yeah, but the problem is I've had a whole month to think of this shit.
No, if we start getting into the debate of like you've had a week, that happened before with another show. That didn't end well. Nice. Oh, lovely. Lord Sparkles. I like that.
I also very much like George's.
Yeah. Stilton, the thin blue line. Now that's worthy. 10 hours at least, Alex. That's of the looping of them making donkey noises. Which will then be used in Guantanamo Bay.
I think George is referring to this man's cheese thing. Right.
Yes, that wasn't a great idea, as in cheese grater.
Oh
my God.
This is George. This is George.
I refuse to be a part of this.
I enjoyed that one. I thought it was good.
Anyway, but it's George.
Spent the night in He spent the night in 4 counties jail.
So So these are my
That one I
choices.
like.
I've got McDonald's. I've got Margaret and Donald Lincoln, who is eating cat food, and I've got Carl Stewart. Right now, I reckon Katie's right on this. I reckon Alex only picked this story because subliminally it does look a bit like Greg.
I only saw the cheese. I didn't see his face.
Is that what you're
Typical
saying
cheat.
about Greg or that man?
Pig.
So
Trust Alex to find a way to cheat on a show with no points.
So, Katie, don't tell me to give George a rim shot.
Oh, I didn't say give George a rim shot. I always
So
say,
no,
okay, no.
he's telling you to tell me to give him a rim shot.
George, you can't give me direction in chat on this. This isn't your show.
So, all right. So these are my three choices. I'm going to dismiss the McDonald's, right? It's a funny one. McDonald's, they sell fast food. They do what they say on the tin, right? I don't think they're prats.
It's not tinned.
It's not tinned.
It's not fast. It's barely food.
So we're coming between the old couple eating cat food and Carl Stewart, as you know, who got convicted because of a lump of cheese. So this isn't the first gangster who's been arrested from posting something online. We did a story in an earlier show. I can't remember the guy's name. We posted a video of him cooking, and his tattoos were recognised. And through posting the video on YouTube, I think it was, the police who was after him and been after him for about 7 years actually were able to track him down because they recognised his tattoos in his arms. So, and he got arrested. So, it's a difficult one. It's close. It's close. But I'm afraid getting arrested because a lump of cheese, it's got to be Carl Stewart. So Carl Stewart is the prat of the month.
Yeah. Go on, Carl.
So
I thought that was my chair for a second. Hang on, just do that in time with the chair. Go on.
It's gone beyond donkey now. Oh, it's not a donkey anymore.
As we await the next video from George.
right, let's move on to the next round.
The good, the bad, and the utterly stupid.
In this round, we'll discuss other stories that have happened this month. And I enjoyed this first one. So I'll give you a clue as to what I'm going to be talking about. This is Nuneaton Station, and this is a cow. Right, we've heard of leaves stopping trains and the wrong kind of snow. In Nuneaton, it was a herd of cows. Would you like to see how a herd of cows brought Nuneaton to a standstill?
Well, yes.
Yes, please, Roger.
Oh, they look so happy. Look at them, just like, ooh.
Now
Baby cow.
that brings back a phrase that Nick Page said to me at the weekend, which has stuck with me ever since. And the phrase is "fuck trench," which he said that he tried to breed two dogs. One was too short for the other one, so he had to essentially dig a fuck trench so it could still happen. So I'm just thinking that there's like a really big bull. That's there. He is. Yeah, he's waiting. He's gone to the station. He said there's a good fuck trench. He's off.
Yeah. There was other cow-related news during the month as well.
There's more?
Yeah. This was a vigil held in the village of Woolley in Berkshire, where a cow had been killed when it was deliberately hit by the police driving a van, and it died. The cow, which was one of several that had escaped from the nearby farm, had already injured a woman and an officer, and the police said it was the only thing we could do was hit it with this van. There is a video, but I'm not going to show that on here because it is quite nasty. But these are some animal rights activists who held a vigil in the village about the cops being killers of cows. So,
Okay, I get the impression that 95% of them are animal rights activists, apart from that kid that's bottom left who's clearly being dragged there against her will.
What, one that looks like Wednesday Addams?
Yeah, the one that's there is kind of like, I don't give a toss if the cow died. I just want to go home. There's no Wi-Fi here.
If that's her mum next to her, she's not bothered about the cow. She's just upset that she didn't get there first for the free roadkill. Look at her.
Yeah. Well, to be quite honest, I'm surprised none of those signs say all bovine lives matter. So they did say the police should have tried to put under arrest.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Roger.
You ready for this one? I've never heard of anything so tragic.
Oh, damn.
So,
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
That was terrible.
So, hang on. Would you prefer this one, Katie? So, anyway, the police did consider a stakeout afterwards.
Dan, stop it! It only gets worse.
Sorry.
Dan, you can come on my show again.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next story because time is
Move on.
Move on.
Oh, what's catching? Oh, God, this is moving worse than the fucking Indian variant. What's happened to me? Let's all do it. Go on.
No.
We do sound like zombies now. Anybody just tuning in? Some
Fresh
quality
cut
streaming
grass.
right here.
What's happened in respect of the BBC and Martin Bashir in the last month?
I was going to say that photo was taken quite a lot longer ago, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's still alive. That's a giveaway.
Yeah. Pre-1997.
It wasn't. Maybe she's been propped up like that for a funeral. I don't remember seeing it.
He did. So Martin Bashir did something really bad 25 years ago, and that means that apparently the BBC has to lose its license fee now. So
what was the bad thing?
He got some graphic design people at the BBC to falsify documents in order to coerce and to more or less bully Diana into doing the interview. He got
and then
a big
the BBC covered it up.
Yeah, they covered it up, and there's, I dare say, recurring things that have happened with that. I think he was rehired in about 5 or 6 years ago as like head of religious output.
But he has left the BBC now for health reasons.
Yeah, probably riots. What I did like is the tweet that came out this week from Krishnan Guru Murthy, who is the newsreader on Channel 4, just saying, it's not going to be that much fun being mistaken for Martin Bashir now, is it? That was genius.
I've got a quick question. So the BBC are being held accountable for what he did that long ago.
Yeah.
Was what he did that long ago as bad as what Jimmy Savile did that long ago? Because I'm pretty sure the BBC did all right out of that in the end.
The difference here is that the BBC did a internal probe when complaints were made about it, and the judge who did the inquiry criticised the conduct of Tony Hall, who was the former Director General, who was accused of overseeing a flawed and woefully ineffective internal probe into the issue. as it was at that point the head of BBC News. He was aware Bashir had told serious and unexplained lies about what he had done to persuade the princess to speak to him. So it was basically covered up by the BBC.
I mean, the clue should have been there, because when he went over to ITV, he then did that interview with Michael Jackson. Do you remember that? To which Michael Jackson, being rightly paranoid, had his own film crew there filming everything, and he put out his own documentary, skewing what was shown in Bashir's documentary, making him out to be a lying bastard. We should have listened to Michael Jackson. He was onto something.
Yeah. That's not a sentence you say very often, though, is it?
No, not really. No,
and probably couldn't be used for any other part of life.
Because I remember Jackson's alternative documentary went out on Sky One, sort of like a week after, and Bashir didn't look good then. I mean, that should have called into question. Yeah, maybe he was a bit shifty with Diana, but nobody said it.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the next story, which I know Katie loves stories about trains, although she did laugh at the one about Nuneaton train station. So
that was more about cows than trains, though, to be fair.
Okay. This is bringing back, rebranding UK Railways to Great British Railways. This is a new idea by the government, as proposed by Grant Shapps, to take all these private companies. The private companies are still going to be able to run the trains, but they're going to run them all under the heading Great British Railways. So they're trying to rename it to convince people it's something new when it's just the same. So will it improve? I don't think so.
Sure, I had a shit this morning and called it bacon, but it still smelt of shit.
So, I actually saw that in Home Bargains as one of those stickers you can put on the wall. What, I had a shit this morning. Yeah. It's better than live, laugh, love.
Yeah. But thing is, rebranding like this isn't new, because when I was young, they rebranded a place called Windscale, which had the biggest nuclear disaster in this country, as Sellafield. As if people would forget Windscale ever existed. So, but yeah, I was thinking,
because it worked for Snickers and Marathon, didn't it?
So, I did work with Snickers and Marathons, and Opal Fruits and
Starburst.
So
Spangles.
I remember when they changed Cocoa Pops to Choco Krispies, and it did so shit that they changed it back to Cocoa Pops.
Yeah.
Sugar Puffs are now Honey Monster Puffs.
Let's look at. We're meant to have a Conservative government. I'm getting really confused nowadays, because isn't creating a unified rail system under one heading a socialist idea? Don't Conservatives normally privatise and
so remember the last election, it was to bring all railway back into public ownership and have it as one thing, and they were going, oh no, it's a socialist folly. But since then, the government have bought out and put back into public ownership several failing lines who are so shit at running them that they have to be bought back in. So there's certain lines that are public sector again, and now that this is happening, and also over the last year, the Chancellor has essentially given half of the country free money. So it's the most socialist Tory government I think we've ever had.
Definitely. It seems really weird, that side does. Anyway, they're renaming it Great British Railways. I wonder if they spent a lot of money on, doing market research on this. I mean, where on earth would you, as a Tory, where on earth would you come up with the name Great British Railways? Michael Portillo, Great British Railway Journeys. It makes his whole show make sense now.
Oh, well, something had to, because I could never work out why that ever went on the fucking telly. What a pile of shit. Even old people, it's the thing that old people watch to die. It's like that is how they do euthanasia in England. They stick Michael Portillo on a fucking train and then make him tell you about it.
Katie, do you know what's the most disturbing thing about that picture? Is clearly that's the DVD.
So Roger
Who's going
owns
to
it.
buy that? Who is going to
Roger.
buy that?
No, I don't own anything to do with Michael Portillo.
I think that plus a box set of Midsummer Murders, that would be euthanasia.
That's
I
it,
would
isn't
never-
it? That,
I would never buy anything from someone who's got a surname that sounds like a toilet.
see, now I would probably more likely, because I reckon you call your kid Portaloo, and they have got to have a good sense of humour, because anybody with that sort of a surname has to develop comedy or suicide.
What
We
you've
don't
just
want
what you've
suicide.
just described is the story behind the Johnny Cash song "A Boy Named Sue."
I'll have to listen to that one.
You never can't believe you never heard that.
Never heard a boy named
Probably
Sue.
have.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
essentially, he gave him the name Sue to make him tough.
Right. Well, I
would
didn't say
watch the-
tough. I said funny. There's a very big difference between tough and funny.
I would watch the Great British Railway with Mickey Toilet. That'd be something like that.
No, that sounds like a character act that, that's a Cockney character act. What, Mickey Toilet? Yeah.
Mickey Toilet.
Toilet.
So anyway,
Apples and
time's
pears, apples and
getting
pears.
away with us. So let's move on to the next round.
I predict a riot!
This is the round where I ask each of my guests to provide me with a prediction of something that's going to happen in the next 12 months. Who shall we go to first? I know Katie loves it when I go to her first on this round. I'm going to go to Katie first.
I forget about this round every single time. I
I
never
know
have
you
anything
do.
prepared. I think in the next year, I've already had Donald Trump assassinated, haven't I?
Yeah.
Joe Biden will die.
I think we've already got him.
Oh.
Let's have it. Yeah, we've got Joe Biden.
I predict that I will be on TV.
Right. You will be on TV. You're doing a quiz show.
Yeah, I know.
You can't have
I'm not
that.
allowed to tell anyone.
That's disqualified.
I predict that who's old? Who might die?
Us by
Michael
the time you
Palin
get a
already
prediction.
died? John Cleese. I reckon John Cleese is going to die.
Oh,
He's old,
John
isn't he?
Cleese.
Yeah.
Let's just check the list. You can have John Cleese.
I mean, I don't want him. Just if he dies, what do you win on the Deadpool?
You don't win any points because points on this show means sod all.
Oh no!
Sod all. That's upside down.
I know.
Okay. Let's
That's how
go.
little they matter.
Let's go to Dan Lythe for his prediction.
Oh, I've thought about this all day. My prediction is that Dominic Cummings will die of suicide in his cell or mysteriously go missing.
Die of suicide. Oh, I've got a nasty dose of suicide.
Oh, he might die of the disease that shall not be named.
We can only hope.
Or go missing. Okay. And so on to Greg Phillips Sock Puppet Theatre's prediction.
Well, I should change that really because I've ripped his eyes off. So
Oh my God, he's been
Yeah,
mutilated.
Is that because he won't come and pick you up and force you
I've
to
got
go to
blood.
Nottingham?
yeah. My prediction. I haven't thought about this on day on like some teacher's pet. My prediction is. My prediction is that Dan will be hired to do every clown night from here until the end of time. My real prediction is that June 21st will be pushed back.
No, because it will still be June the 21st, no matter what happens.
I know it'll still be June 21st.
It's not going to go
date,
20, 22, 23, 24, then 21st.
The date of all restrictions lifted will be put
You know
back
what?
by at least once.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that because I think it's 50-50 at the moment.
Can I just say, Alex, when you said that Dan might be booked to do every clown night, it did sound a lot like you said that Dan was going to be booked to do every clan night. And I just want to clarify that Dan is not in any way involved with the clan.
Thank you.
Neither the Foot Clan nor the Ku Klux ones.
Right. So, anyway, Lord Sparkle says, Boy Named Sue's an awesome song. So, how do you feel now you've won the war?
Portals. That's a typical old Grant sentence. Yeah. You're with it for about 50%, and then you go, what?
What? Oh. So, Judge Coppin says, absolutely love this episode. You had me crying with laughter. You have all truly earned your coffees, even if Roger didn't give me a bloody rim shot. I'll tell you what, George. So, and that's just reminded me, if you do want to buy us a coffee, it's buymeacoffee.com/RBSN, Rogers Blue Suede News. And if you want to find that link again, you can actually look in the comments, and it's the first comment in the comments.
And if you do, I'll eat up for you again.
I'm gonna upload that onto TikTok. I am.
Do you know what? It's about time I got on there. Might as well do it via you.
Yeah. Judd says, sent that a bit early. He's probably not actually watching.
No, he definitely is. The amount of messages and shit that's flying by.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'm afraid that's brought us to the end of the show. Right? And the last round.
I predict a riot!
That's not the last round.
I've got deja vu.
And I've been doing so well.
Well, that's debatable.
It's still the sexiest voiceover on telly.
Did anybody have Roger presses the wrong button for Blue Suede News Bingo?
No, that's on the banned list. It's up there with.
Put a plug in it.
That's exactly what I thought as Alex was speaking. So let's ask Katie Brown have you got anything you would like to plug?
Yeah, should do really. I'm going to the zoo tomorrow. Going to have a lovely day. Going to see some tigers and some monkeys, and I might even have a look at the rabbit, little bunny rabbit. But when I finish with that tomorrow night, I am on Fun Night with George, as part of the Rams Comedy Festival again. And then next week, no shit going on next week. Week after, nothing. And then some filming, and then Fun Night again on the 19th. Just watch George's Fun Night on Saturdays. It's really good.
So I'm sure George will appreciate that plug. So let's go to Dan. Dan, have you got anything you'd like to plug?
Oh, I'd love to. I've got some gigs. I've got plenty of gig dates. You can find them.
They're all in Clown.
Thanks, Greg. You can find them at Dan Lythe Comedian. But the thing I'm most proud of at the moment is my podcast. It's the soft spot for stand-up. You can find episode 2 with Roger Poulter, episode 6 with Greg Phillips, Sock Puppet Theatre, and a future episode coming up with Katie Brown, which I'm really excited for. So you can find that on Spotify, Apple iPods, and all the other
MySpace.
Podcasting. Amazon Music, that one's a new one. So just search for a soft spot for stand-up. It's not on Podbean yet. Listen to it, give it a like, give it a share. Thank you very much.
Let's ask Alex if he would like to plug anything.
Why, yes, I would. Thank you. So as we know, we're in the midst of the Ram Comedy Festival. Hopefully, the last online only comedy festival. Yes, I do hope my prediction is wrong. So it's also the only comedy festival where the bloke organising it is 8 weeks behind with admin. But it started now, so I've decided not to worry about that. It's just going to flow. So I'm also on Fun Night tomorrow night as well. Blue Suede News is having its second Ram Comedy Festival special next Friday. And loads of other shows, including Improv Provocateur, which is having its final ever online show tomorrow night. And awkward question time. I can't. Words good. Is George stealing your guess again, Roger? Yeah, it
looks that way, doesn't it?
Not really, Al. It's just like a big incestuous pit. That's the best way to describe it.
We've had a nice comment off Richard.
Thank you,
Great
Richard.
show, guys. Loved it. Thank you, Richard.
To be fair, he only watched the last 10 minutes, so he doesn't really have a clue. But
if you only just
he missed that bit about the engagement ring earlier in the show, did he?
Oh, let's not go there.
Have you just let him out from under the bed? Is that what it is? Hey. And also coming 8th of June, my COVID booster jab. 12th of June. 12th of June at the Hollybush with Mr. Roger Poulter there as well will be the Brighton Fringe Previews Day. So Roger will be doing his show. Music is the Food of Love panel show. I'll be doing Joy Dex. So then the following weekend, 20th and 21st of June, we'll both be down at the Brighton Fringe. So Improv Provocateur in real life, Joy Dex in real life, and I completely forgot on the 5th of June, I'm at the Halifax Theatre.
So, well done. Anyway,
that's a lot.
Alex has already mentioned my show at the Hollybush on the 12th. Roger's Music is the Food of Love. This show is Roger's Blue Suede News. Roger's Music is the Food of Love. I can't do stream because of copyright issues, but it's a very fun music show. And if you like Roger's Blue Suede News, you'd like that. And it's also on at 8 p.m. on the 21st of June at the Brighton Comedy Festival, or Brighton Fringe, I think they call it. And it's at the Caxton Arms, is it, Alex?
That's the one.
Yep, that's the one. So if you're in Brighton, come down and we'll have a laugh. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all all my guests for coming on the show. I'd like to thank all the viewers for watching the show. It's been great for you to join us. So, and come back next week at 9 p.m. for the second Ram Comedy Festival special. And it's one last thing to say, and that's good night.